Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm 31, born and raised and living in Canberra. I'm a single mum and I have an autoimmune disease called lupus, which I've been living with now since 2011, so for 8 years. And my son is 11 years old now. And I've been a single mum since he was 6 months old. When my son was 6 months old, his father moved on, and I've been doing it by myself since. I wasn't sick when he was a baby, well, sick per se. I mean, I probably did have lupus then, but I didn't know. And I thought that I was just feeling unwell because I was so busy. You know, I was a single mum, juggling a million things at once. And when my son was 3 years old, the joint pain started to become more noticeable, and things like my mouth was full of sores. So I went to my doctor and did some tests and discovered that I had an autoimmune disease, lupus, which essentially is a disease that attacks every part of your body. It's, your immune system, instead of just attacking the bad parts, it's attacking all the good cells as well. It doesn't discriminate for which cell it's going to attack, and you kind of never know what is going to hit you next. Obviously, trying to juggle being a mum and all these other things started to become extremely difficult. I had to rely a lot on my family and the people around me. As I was really sick, losing a lot of weight, I ended up losing 45 kilos in well under a year and was hospitalised quite a bit. And this was really took a toll on me being a mum to my son. He spent a lot of time with other people and parents, my parents and things, but all he wanted to do was be at home with me, and all I want to do is be at home with him. I mean, being a single mum is hard at the best of times, but when you throw in illness, disability, it's a million times, well, it feels often like it's a million times harder. You feel so guilty as a mother, not being able to do all these things with your child. Like, I want to do everything for him, and I want to be the one to, feed him, clothe him, care for him, play with him, take him places. It's not like that, and I have had to find other ways to do those things for him and with him, but with help. My son is a young carer, really. The last 6 years, he's had to do so much around the house. He's kind of had to take on this young carer role. That is sometimes hard to accept, because you don't want your child. You want your child to be a child. And most single mums, really, that I've met anyway, really do want to be the one that's doing everything, and and is the carer and everything. And so as a single mum with a disability, it's different, because you have to let go of some of those roles and accept that that's okay, that it's okay for your family to step in when you need them to step in. I know, for instance, with me, like my dad really kind of took on the playful role, so he does the activities and physical things with my son that I obviously can't do, and that is hard, because over the years my son often would say, "Mom, I want to play soccer with you, I want to do this with you. Oh, I want to go out and kick a footy, I want to run with you," like all the time. That's hard, but the way that I approach it is, well, I know that you want to do those things with me, but you can still do them just with someone else, and try and include me. So then I'll be there, I might not be doing the thing, but I'll be sitting there on the sidelines, barracking for him, or, things like that. And, you just have to find the ways of still enjoying your time with them and still being involved, just maybe not actually doing the thing that you want to do with them exactly, but you're still involved, you're still there, they still know that you care and that you love them and that, you wish you could do these things. If I hadn't have got my disability and my disease, I would have had to work, 2 jobs and, to probably really, if I didn't have the pension that I'm on, I'd have to work, jobs, and I wouldn't see my son as much, And so I do try and remind my son sometimes that, I know it's hard sometimes with my disability, but at the same time, we would not have spent anywhere near the time together that we did and we have over the years if I hadn't have been sick. I'm home when he gets home from school, I'm there in the mornings, So there are the positives, you have to try and look at the positives of having a disability, having an illness. I mean, it's made me a better person. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to help out and support you. But you got to ask, you don't be afraid to. And I know how hard it can be, because, you want to be independent and you don't want to have to reach out all the time to other people. But it makes such a difference because it means that your child won't miss out.